In this tutorial, you will learn how to create conditional statements to choose which statement to execute next in your programs. One of these statements is the if and if-else statements. You will learn how to create block statements, which are a group of statements to be executed and are enclosed in open, closed curly bracket. You will learn the rules for creating nested if statements and an algorithm for comparing decimal values. The syntax for the if statement starts with the reserved word if, followed by a condition expression, which is evaluated to true or false, enclosed in parentheses. If the condition evaluates to true, the statement will be executed. If it evaluates to false, flow of control continues after the if. Notice that you do not add a semicolon at the end of the if statement. Doing so causes the if statement to end and flow of control will return to statement 1. So statement 1 will be executed whether or not condition evaluates to true or false. You can add an else clause, which will be executed if the condition is false. Depending on the results of the condition, only statement 1 or statement 2 will be executed, not both. In this example, num is created and assigned the value 3. The condition num equal to 3 evaluates to true since num contains 3, and then num is 3 is printed. Flow of control continues on and after the if statement is printed. We can add an else statement, and if num does not contain 3, num is not 3 is printed, followed by the after the if statement. When we want to execute more than one statement as a result of the condition, we need to enclose the group of statements within open closed curly brackets to create a block statement. If num contains 3, a message will be printed and 4 will be added to the value of num. Keep in mind, variables created within a block statement are deleted from memory after the closed curly bracket and will not be accessible. In this example, because the condition evaluates to true, an integer variable x will be declared and assigned the value of 2. A message will be printed with the contents of num concatenated with a space and the contents of x, and then the block statement ends. If I add this next println after the block statement, an error will occur because x has been deleted and is no longer accessible. This will cause a compile time error with the message variable x does not exist. Suppose we want to test and print a message if a number is positive or negative. In this example, num is declared and assigned the value of 7, a positive number. Num greater than 0 evaluates to true, and the message 7 is positive is printed. The else is not evaluated. Let's say if the number is positive, we want to test to see if it's even and then print a message. The result will not be as you expect. Num greater than 0 evaluates to true, which causes the next if statement to be evaluated. This condition tests to see if the number is even. Num mod 2 equal to 0 evaluates to false and causes the else statement to be executed, and 7 is not positive is printed. The rule is else statements go with the last unmatched if. So even though our indentation makes us think otherwise, this else goes with this if. To correct our logic, we will need to put this if in a block statement. Now the program will execute correctly. There is an algorithm you will use when comparing decimal values. Know this for the AP exam. When using double values in calculations, some values you think should be equal may not be. This is a result of how Java stores double values. If I create these double values and essentially multiply them by the same number, the results may be slightly different. To compensate for this, instead of using equals equals, like in this statement, which may return false, we will subtract the values and test to see if the absolute value of the difference is smaller than some number. If it is, we will assume the decimal values are essentially the same. In this tutorial, you learned how to create conditional statements to choose which statement to execute next in your programs. You learned how to create if and if-else statements to alter flow of control depending on the evaluation of a condition. You learned how to create block statements, which are groups of statements to be executed and are enclosed in open closed curly brackets. You also learned the rules for creating nested if statements and an algorithm for comparing decimal values.